but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. But you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play.
Was a game to play. Was a game to play. Was a whole game to play. Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome in, everybody, to Braylon Lee's virtual tour live. Oh, I have missed you all. I've been on a little bit of a mental break. And let me put this banner up, child, because everything on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. I hope everyone is having a wonderful night tonight. And like I said, I know that right now we got some people that are live, but listen, I am committed to doing this thing. And so, yes, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Oh, no, that's not the music we want. We want, wait for it, that music right there. Oh, it's been too long. It has been too long. Welcome in, everybody. Glad to have all of you here with me right here on Braylon's virtual tour live. So listen, we are hot in prime time, and I wanted to come back on because at the end of the day, I have missed you all. As you guys know, it's been a lot happening on these YouTube streets. And I just need a mental reset just for a little bit to pull back from making content and, pull away from talking to people and just kind of pull away from really investing so I can know where I'm at purposefully. So, this is very exciting. So the thing I have dropping on the YouTube channel, by the way, Linda Gamble, good evening to you. Nikki Muse, good evening to you as well. So the thing I have dropping, y'all, I am so excited about this. So I recorded this on Clubhouse. It is called the Rampage Tendencies podcast. I am so excited about this podcast because, for one, you guys are going to get to hear Braylon in a way that some of y'all probably have never thought about hearing Braylon in a way. I tell you how I got this title. Basically, how I got this title was, in my life, went through something, as we often do. And Phyllis Crawford, good evening to you. Welcome in, Queen. Glad to have you here. I know everybody is live right now, so I know we're all supporting each other for sure. How I got to the Rampage Tendencies podcast, the title of that wonderful podcast is this, that I've recognized that, since 2020, we have all had tendencies to go on a rampage for many things in life, right? We went on a rampage off of fear because we didn't know what vid was. We didn't know how to move, how to be, how to breathe, anything like that. And so we went on a rampage with that. Some of us went on a rampage of, trying to love our family members harder. Some of us had a rampage to go for our kids and to make sure they were okay. We all went on a rampage. And, ever since 2020, it seems like the rampaging has been increasing. And so I thought, okay, you know what? We all have tendencies to rampage. And when you hear the word rampage, usually it is a negative connotation. But I thought to myself, could rampaging be good? That's what I thought. Could rampaging be a good thing? And so for I think it's 12 to 13 episodes, right? It has increased so much. Like, I learned that Trina likes to eat the groceries. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I learned that from the Miss Girls Meetup. And by the way, Tay's face, I've never seen Tay so stunned and going through so many facial reactions in one live. That was a masterpiece. It was a masterpiece. So But seriously, every celebrity has been going on a rampage saying stuff that they have never said before. There are people, just sharing things that maybe they just feel like, okay, well, since the world's going crazy, I'm gonna join right along with the crazy. But out of that rampaging has been some good. It's been people making their own businesses. It's been people making their own families. There are people, traveling and discovering new things about themselves. So I'm like, okay, if rampaging has a negative connotation and rampaging can be for the bad, what can the good be of rampaging? So I have the first episode all ready to go. As more people get in here, I will ask y'all the question of, would you guys like to hear the first episode Thursday night or Friday night? Now, I'm thinking about dropping this either around 6, 7, or 8 o'clock. So if I drop it Friday night at 8, just know that it will be at that time where we're doing Braylon's virtual tour live. So I just wanted you all to know that. So yes, there will be a new podcast called the Rampage Tendencies podcast. And I gotta tell you something. This podcast is definitely going to make you think. It is going to push you. I cannot wait to see the comment section on these videos because it's the realest I have ever been. It is the most vulnerable I've ever been. It is the most open that I've ever been. And that's saying a lot because I have been in media since 2012. I've done radio, I've done television, I've done podcasting, I've done social audio on Clubhouse. Like I said, YouTube has given me the most social anxiety I have ever had. But also too, out of that social anxiety has came a lot of greatness, for doggone sure. And I am just excited for you guys to hear me in a way that I think it's time for a podcast like this. And, I know everybody is like, oh my God, do we need another podcast? And listen, honestly, podcasts are really just, podcasting to me is specialized radio. Right. So when you hear a true crime podcast, that is true crime radio. When you hear a technology podcast, that is technology radio. When you hear about dating, sex, love, and relationships, that is dating, sex, love, and relationships, radio. So I look at that as specialized radio that you will not hear on the actual radio. Hey, Yolanda Cameron, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Thank you, Phil, so much. I'm excited too. And so the first episode I will give y'all, it will be called the Rampage Tendencies Podcast, Episode 1, Why Do We Have Them? So as the weeks progress, you guys will hear me in different ways that I won't be able to get to on my pit stop videos, because on my pit stop videos, it is about the story at hand. And I only have about 20 minutes to 25 minutes along with the intro and outro to give you something memorable. So I don't have the time to really breathe in that because that is a curated experience. But with this podcast, it is an hour. Some of these will be an hour and 30 minutes, but I'll tell you this much. I think this podcast is going to make is going to make some people mentally upset. I can definitely say that. Because what I say in the podcast, as I'm saying it to y'all, I'm saying it to myself. And so I know that some people, and child, at this point, you cannot be on that shift. You cannot take that job shift rather of what people think about you. Because at the end of the day, people be like, oh my God, he was saying this. Oh my God, he was trying to throw out a red herring. Child, I recorded this on Clubhouse. This was already recorded. Okay, so everything that I'm going to say in these episodes have already been recorded. So it's no warning shots. But if you do review the podcast, a hit dog will holler. If what I'm saying ain't true, don't get upset. But if you get upset and you respond, it must be true about your behind, some dog doggone degree, a hit dog will holler. So the podcast will be happening. I'm just trying to decide, do y'all want it to drop Thursday or Friday? Because that's going to be the key. Thursday or Friday night. We'll be dropping I already got the first episode. The intro is still the intro. You know what I mean? I just switched from virtual tour to the Rampage Tendencies podcast title. So you are still going to get that amazing intro of, you partying with people. And you're like, you know what? This is a great party, but I want to get in my car and I want to see what else is out there. And you are still going to be driving through those streets. And you're going to go up that staircase and you will still go up to me and you will get to spend an hour with me in a way that I think in a way this podcast is going to define this channel, because what I've come to recognize on YouTube, there are some people that are a one-trick pony. That's all they are. That's all they will ever be, and they will never evolve out of that. Nothing wrong with it. But I do believe that at the end of the day, being that one-trick pony limits you from how great you can be. Sure, you could find, different tricks within your one topic, sure. But what I've come to realize about being a content creator on YouTube is this. People want to know that you are awake in the world. I'm going to say that again. People want to know that as you're making content about, media, culture, social capital, that you're doing about real estate, that you're doing about law, they want to know, hey, do you know that somebody is hurting? And what do you feel about it? They just want to know that you have a pulse, that you give a damn, that you give a sugar honey iced tea about the world that is bigger than the content that you're making. So I'm incredibly excited. It will drop either Thursday or Friday. So as we get more people in here, I will put up the poll. I'll put up 2 polls. What day do y'all want it? Because I really want to drop it this week, or if y'all ready for it next week. But it is coming. And y'all, I want you to leave your real thoughts in the comment section. I want y'all to if you want to type a paragraph, God bless you first. But if you want to type a paragraph, please do. So with that being said, let's do what we do. We got some hot topics for y'all tonight. So, I was, just browsing the web, as I often do. And it's amazing to me. With what we focus on. So for those of you who do not know, there's a brand new variant of vid called EG5, and they're saying that it is increasing in California, Nevada, Arizona. So it's a new variant called EG5. And I knew we would never be out of this thing at all. You know what I mean? I knew that we only just got started. So I'm gonna drop the link here. And this is from the World Health Organization. That's okay. I know some of y'all may be leaving because of it, but I genuinely thought that it would be important for you all to know. That's not what I wanted to do, child. Hang on. Because we keep our sources here for sure. Okay, that's the link I wanted to drop to y'all. Then go back. So this is not to scare anybody. This is just to inform you. Because at the end of the day, I do say that we are a virtual tour family. Y'all are my virtual travelers. If y'all have another nickname that you guys would like for me to throw into the ring, let me know. But I feel like virtual travelers works because we all are travelers in this virtual world that we call the internet, social media. And and just the digital space. And I call y'all my virtual tour family because guess what? We are gathering as a family to go to all these different attractions and destinations to talk about the biggest stories. So those links are right there in the chat. Those are not to scare anyone because I'm not about putting fear into the world. I'm about putting context into the world. I'm about putting perspective into the world. I am about wanting to make sure that you hear what needs to be heard. And, you know, my mom has always said it's not just what you say, but it's how you say it. But the thing is, I do not want you all to be going throughout your day and then, you know, you tune into ABC World News Tonight or CBS Even News or NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt or Norman O'Donnell on CBS, or you tune to Good Morning America Today, CBS Mornings, and you wake up to like, what the hell is this? So at least you now know. So I just wanted that to be along the way there. So by the way, shout out to Megan Good. I see why Jonathan Majors is dating her. Y'all, Megan Good is 40 years old. What? Where is 40 on Megan Good? Are you serious? Like, Megan Good is gooding, okay? The good is gooding. You understand? Like, oh, Lord. Okay, see, if I was Richard from Cousin Skeeter, Megan, listen, I'm grown. I am grown. Do you hear me? So shout out to Megan Good, 40 years old. Her black is not cracking at all. So, of course, y'all know that Keke Palmer, Lord Jesus, Keke Palmer is in a new music video with Usher, and the song is called Boyfriend. Now, I'm like, Keke, really? This is what we're doing? This is what we're doing. Okay, you know what? She said, listen, I'm a full-grown woman. I'm going to execute my energy. And you know what? Honestly, like the last time I remember quoting an Usher album, it was Confessions, right? And so that was 2004, but his last album was 2016, right? And so one of the comments, and this is the thing, I love social media, but I can't stand it sometimes. And I can't stand it because of the funniness of social media. So a commenter said, you remind me of a girl that I once knew. That's what the baby dad said. I'm like, you know what? I can't stand the internet. And then I went on to singing the lyric of, you remind me of a girl that I once knew. And if I said whether I look at you, will believe all of the things she put me through. This is why I just can't deal with you. I'm just like not using an Usher lyric to speak for the baby daddy of you remind me of a girl that I once knew. So, so y'all, listen, I'm on Media Takeout right now, okay? I'm on Media Takeout right now. And this is what it's saying from Lyndon Aboy. Keke Palmer's baby daddy left her after she released his new music video with Usher. Okay, this is all alleged. Everything's alleged in my opinion for entertainment purposes only. So Keke Palmer's baby daddy has officially dumped her, according to a new report from People magazine. As Media Takeout reported, Darius and Keke were on the outs for weeks, ever since Keke was spotted out flirting with R&B singer Usher while Darius was at home with their son Leo. But now it's official. According to the new report, Darius Jackson is making moves of his own. He's moved on. A source tells People of Jackson, who made headlines in July when he publicly criticized Palmer's attire on a social media post of the star dancing with Usher as he serenaded her during his Las Vegas residency. It's the outfit, though. You're a mom, he tweeted in response to photos of Palmer, who wore sheer dress at the show. Jackson deleted his Twitter account 24 hours after facing backlash, Kiki has continued to rub the flirting in the man's face. Um, Yesterday, Kiki announced that she was making a new music video with Usher entitled Boyfriend. So, Usher, I remember when I was 12, I auditioned for In the Mix. You have been killing it all my life. As a true lover of the arts, your talent, craftsmanship are a rare combination I aspire to achieve as a performer. You are a living legend who is worthy of awe. I'm pulling up the rest of the tweet to read the rest of the tweet here. And it's called Twitter. No one calls it that. I'm calling it Twitter. Okay, because that's what Jack Dorsey named it. It's called Twitter. Nobody calls it that. Just gonna be real. So if I get into the room, like, okay, so we're gonna do this on Twitter. No, it's called that. No, I'm calling it Twitter. Sorry, I'm calling it that. Like, what do you want me to do? But let me see here as I pull up the rest of the tweet here. And by the way, Kiki is going on a Big Boss album tour. She's stopping in 8 cities. You are a living legend who is worthy of awe. Thank you for encouraging me and seeing me as the entertainer that I am. I know I am a girl, but when I watch your videos, I never want to be the girl in them. I want to be you. Thank you for making a dream come true. And she links Usher's Boyfriend video. And this was taped in Las Vegas, or filmed or shot in Las Vegas. So listen, at the end of the day, I would not have broken up with Keke Palmer. You know what I mean? I think that was just a moment in time. Now, of course, this is rubbing it in his face just a little bit. And they said it must have been the straw that broke Darius's back, because as media takeout report, Kiki and Darius were spotted on a date this past weekend, right? So I would not have broken up with Keke Palmer. That's just me personally. But I will say this though, that had Darius Jackson teamed up with, let's just say that he teamed up with Saudi rather, right? And Saudi said that I have a music video called Girlfriend. If he wanted to be in that music video, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right at all. But I'm also saying he wouldn't be wrong, though. He would not be wrong. And I don't know if Keke Palmer would have the same energy if and only if he did that. Does that make sense to y'all? Does that make sense? Because I just don't think that she would have the energy for that. So that's just my personal take. I am sad because I'm like, doggone it. Like, all these relationships have been struggling, schmuggling, like from people being on reality TV to people not having reality TV cameras in their face. Like, everybody has been through the divorce and separation ringer. My Lord Jesus. Like, that's just, that is rough. Nikki News says that I am Team Kiki. I'm with you on that. I think that at the end of the day, Keke Palmer is a full-grown woman, just like Darius Jackson is a full-grown man, right? And at the end of the day, I think sometimes we do lose out on good people because of issues like this, right? We lose out on good people because we attack the person, not the issue. So, listen, at this point, I think it's just, lost in the sauce. Really, I think it's just lost in the sauce for, what they both wanted to say. Kiki was clear with what she wanted to say, and Darius was clear with what he wanted to say. But, at the end of the day, I do hope that they understand that, that beautiful baby boy of Leo that they brought into the world is the most precious thing that needs to matter to both of them. You know what I mean? So that's my general overall take on that. But yeah, would love to hear from y'all what y'all think about Keke Palmer doing that Usher video, Boyfriend. Ooh, Lord. And I do have the Amy Robach video up. I probably will post that tomorrow. And y'all, I know I've been saying that. I know y'all been waiting for it. So like, thank y'all for being gracious with me. But I will talk about it here. So just a little bit. But I got into my thoughts. I got into my thoughts a little bit in the video. But my initial thoughts about Amy Robach joining News Nation. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, News Nation is still trying to find itself. They got Adrian Bankheart, who is a fabulous talent, was on ABC News for a very long time. And, you know, it is looking like it's becoming the land of the anchors that could not get to CNN, MSNBC, and all these other networks, right? And at the end of the day, I think what Amy and TJ Holmes did, you know, was absolutely wrong, right? I think at the end of the day, you should have the morality, the competency, and the decency to go to your spouse and say, hey, listen, I love you. I love the life we have. And I love the kids that we have, but this is not working for me anymore. And respect the investment that they made in you enough to go to them with that, right? Because at the end of the day, somebody believed enough in you to give you a shot. That alone, to me, should be respected. You know, I mean, that's just my personal take on that. So Amy Robach is supposed to be coming back to News Nation. They were going to test, you know, Amy and TJ's chemistry from GMA3. But as they started doing mock-ups and, you know, trying to, you know, find theme songs and stuff like that, it came out to Amy Robach for her having her own show. So it's supposed to be called Robach and Co. That, you know, it's a weekly sit down with people. Excuse me, y'all. It's supposed to be a weekly sit down with people big in the worlds of entertainment, media, culture, hot button issues, and things like that. It's supposed to be $1 million a year. TJ Holmes has not been able to get a job yet because of what he did at ABC. He was having a time. And he was about always be capturing that good in the office. That's, y'all, I mean, like I said, it's difficult for me to talk about because TJ Holmes, hey, T-Talk with your girl, good to see you here. You know, TJ Holmes is from my hometown of Little Rock, Arkansas, right? And so I looked up to TJ Holmes. I really did. You know, I mean, for him to go from, you know, today's THV to, you know, being on weekends at CNN. I think he was on MSNBC for a little bit to then go to ABC, do the overnights on World News Now, and see him really progress up, you know, and being on Good Morning America. And then for them to dedicate the third hour, was Michael Strahan, Sarah Haynes. I miss them together. That was a dynamic duo. And then Kiki Palmer to the mix for Sarah Strahan and Kiki. But then for them to do GMA3 coronavirus updates, and then to have GMA3 with what you need to know, and for them to see enough in you to add you as co-anchor to that. Dude, you had the easiest gig in the world. You was a correspondent for America's Number. You got to be with Michael Strahan every day, dog. You just had to show up on time, read the doggone teleprompter, show your behind up to work for an hour, do some post-production meetings, and then take your behind home and make love to your wife and love on your kids, bro. Like I said, far be it from me. Far be it from me to tell a grown man what he should do, right? And I still have love for TJ Holmes, but it's difficult for me because I'm like, dude, you come from my state, and like not a lot of people make it out of our state. Like Jeanette Reyes and Robert Burden, they both are from Arkansas, but Jeanette Reyes, or known as News Lady, she is on Good Day DC. So there are people that get out of Arkansas, but like, dude, you made it to national network television. And like, how in the world do you mess that up, bro? Like, oh Lord Jesus. This is why you got to be responsible for what you do. Now, listen, let's just say me and Melody Cherie Rogers, right? We were anchoring GMA3, and we had good chemistry and everything else. I'm gonna handle that outside of work. I'm like, well, coming up next year, we have a legendary singer. Getting to talk to another legendary singer. Of course, y'all know Melody Rogers. Is a great singer, and Jill Scott is in the building right here on GMA3. That's me flirting. That's like, hey, a single for singer. I'm gonna step out on this. And then if I sing, I need to hear it. Lost without you, can't help myself. How does it feel to know that I love you, baby? Baby, you're the perfect shape. Baby, you're the perfect way. I don't want it this way. I don't want it that way. I want you for you. I want your melody running through my brain, running in my soul, where I can get you out of my head, baby. Now, if I'm flirting with her that way and saying I don't want the melody out of my head, then I'm hinting on TV that she is single, I'm single, and there's a vibe going, right? But that's because circumstances are permitting for me to do that. Okay, so I just be responsible, people. Be responsible. Listen, I don't know, y'all. I mean, and you know what? I hope Melody Cherie does her own talk show on her new network that she owns, Nubian Television. How cool is that? And Stephanie is all good. Talked about the podcast a little bit, the Rampage Tendencies podcast. I will either be dropping it Thursday night at 8 p.m. or Friday at 8 p.m. So probably as soon as this is over, I will make the poll and you guys vote on it, and I will use that as a guide for sure. But yeah, you just gotta be responsible. Like, I think Melody Cherie could do it. Melody Cherie could definitely do a talk show on her own network. Are you kidding? I mean, she's got 500,000 followers on Instagram. If she wants to do a Black Regis and Kelly, I'm available, Melody. I'm available. It can be Bray and Melody, Melody and Bray, weekday mornings at 10 a.m. on Nubian Television. Okay, listen, we can make that happen. We can make that happen because all I know how to do is talk. Well, this mouth can cause construction and destruction. Just let that. Y'all can take that for what it is. But anyway, welcome in. I need a hush. I need to hush. Welcome in, everybody. Glad to have all of you here. I'm so glad that you're here. And yes, it feels good to be back in this. Listen. And Nikki, because it is streaming, I can be more in the words of Mrs. Incredible, I can be more flexible with my weapon of construction or destruction with my mouth. So, because it's streaming, we can be a little bit more free over there at Nubian Television. We can't be that free at OWN. Because let me tell you something. You put me and Melody Cherie Rogers at 10 a.m. live on OWN with a live studio audience, and I'm sitting next to that gorgeous beauty every day, 5 days a week. Child, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. Talk about OWN keeping it real. Talk about OWN keeping it real. I mean, literally, there would have to be a OWN keeping it real meter. You know how they have those meters, or the strike meter? There would have to be a OWN keeping it real strike meter in the top right hand corner. All right, Braylon, let's see if you can OWN keeping it real today. Well, Melody, you know my mouth by now. I meant talking, y'all. I meant talking. Okay, nope, that doesn't count as a strike. Nope. Can we get rid of that strike today, please? Thank you. So, listen, but shout out to Lord Jesus, shout out to her. And she got a new collection from Jay Bolin. Shout out to that great brother and Timothy Snell. Timothy Snell is with Queen Latifah and with many others. And I am so glad that we have black men in fashion. I am glad that we have black men in fashion because at the end of the day, we need to see all of us in every space that matters. Am I right? Because, for some men, they believe expression is best done through physical items, physical materials, or physical space. And, shout out to Broadway because I know there's a lot of LGBTQIA plus kids that go through Broadway. But, some people, and we got to get past this ish, okay? Some people are just gifted at what the hell they do. Can we just be on that? Can we be on that some people are just gifted at what they do? So Jay Bolin is a gifted black brother in fashion. That should be celebrated regardless of how he is as a person. For real. Because I really get tired of just, oh my God, he's great at this or she's great at this because she's a part of LGBTQIA plus or because they're black or because they got a disability. Yo, gifts are unlimitedly amazing because there's no limit to them. So why are we putting, oh my God, they're amazing because of that? No, they're just amazing because they're amazing. Like, can we do that more? Because good damn, it is tiring. It is absolutely tiring. There's a job board at Nubian TV, for real. For real. I mean, I'll go check it out. Nubian TV. Let's see. I see Join Nubian. Which I already joined. Nubian. Contact us. Wait, they got Nubian Radio? What? Are you Child? Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm looking at the team right now, and it's a blackety black team. And I'm seeing some shows here. I see Trigger is a show that's coming. I see the Village Celebration. I see Unveiled. I see the Black Vote. That is a show coming here. I see Business Mind. I see the Fashion Show and the New Groove Project. Music High. I see that. So you know what? Listen, Braylon might have to get in on that Nubian radio thing because that's where I come from. I come from the world of radio now. All shows. Let's see here. So right now, they got plenty of shows. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do to show some love to Nubian TV. I'm going to go through every show that I can here. So here we go. It's pretty long, but let's see here. So let's see. So the Village Celebration is a cultural exploration specific to African Americans. That is with Nikki Newton. So the Village Celebration is a celebration of Black culture and lifestyles. They have a show called Cali Style. They have a show called Horse Talk, Ride into the Equestrian World with SWAT Obed Bundy, an experienced horse whisperer. They have the trailer. Sometimes the sometimes the trailers are the best part. Trailers, celebrity interviews, and entertainment news. I don't know if they have a host for that, but listen, I'm available. Foods and Dudes, Cooking, Culture, and Conversation. Nubian special features. They got Yacht Living, trying to showcase the yacht. Make a pitch to Mel with with one of your demo tapes. You know what? Honestly, I feel like Braylon Lee's virtual tour live could be a show. I really do. I mean, it could be on 5 nights a week. Because I already do it here and because I've done radio so much. And you know what? I may submit the Rampage Tendencies podcast to Nubian TV and just see what happens with it. New Groove Project, Neo Soul, R&B, New Jazz World, Reverse the Diabetes reality show. 5 people with diabetes will never be the same. So Charles Maddox is a diabetes advocate. So he's going to be with 5 people helping them change their diabetes. Colorism, CHNO, what was a photo shoot session turned into an intriguing discussion. Trigger. So basically, Trigger is a 6-part documentary series with domestic violence in the community. Oh, wow. The Jeanine Circle. The magazine comes to TV, and Marlo sits down with Claudia Jordan, Vicky Winans, Melody Holt. I'm reading that off of the website. Y'all know her name is Melody Rogers, but that's how they have it. Nubian TV previews, The Black Vote, new episodes each week. The Fashion Show, Nubian Independent Films, Music from the Continent, Auto Showcase, Nubian Travel, American Color, Health First. So those are the shows that they have over there. I definitely would love to pitch a show. Now, will I make it? Don't know. But hey, listen, anything is possible. And they do have at info at nubiantv.net. So Taisha J, welcome in, Queen. It's good to see you. Love you, value, embrace you. And to all of you who, whether you were praying for me out loud, you were praying for me in silence, you were wondering about me, I love you, I value, I appreciate you. I need to just be still for a minute and to see the love, to see the care, to see the investment in the sincerity really does mean a lot. Like, comment, share, and subscribe as well to this wonderful channel. I appreciate all of you for being here so much. But thank y'all for everything that y'all are giving to me. And listen, slow progress is still progress, y'all. So, we are getting back into the algorithm. Need to take a break for a minute. And, there was a content creator that said that, YouTube should have a vacation mode. So that way your videos can stay in the algorithm. You know what I mean? I agree with that, because sometimes we all need a mental break. You know what I mean? And sometimes it does get overwhelming with producing content. But I feel like if you're not having fun in what you do, if you're not authentic, or if you're just making content just to make content so you can somehow feel like you are important, then you shouldn't be doing it, right? Because at the end of the day, if you just have to make content to exist, you were existing as a person in the first place. Your damn self. So that's just me, though. But I could be completely wrong. I could just be, I could be a black man venting on YouTube. What do I know? But anyway, how are y'all doing? Hopefully all is well. I'm gonna drop the link because it's been more than 40 minutes. I try to at least do 30 minutes to 40 minutes of me talking, because at the end of the day, I think it is tacky, cheap, and tiring that, you talk for 10 minutes and then you have your panel come up. You should at least give at least 20 to 30 minutes of you being you, because that's what people come to see. But to each their own. Y'all give me a moment as I drop the link in the chat. All right, y'all. The link is pinned. No, it's absolutely a wonderful idea. I think that they should. Um, I think they should have a job board. You know what I mean? And I think that job board will be on the way soon. I do love the fact that they do have an email address where you can email them. I think that's what I'll probably do and just say, hey, listen, my name is Braylon Lee. I have a YouTube channel. I do videos on different pop culture content. And I have a show called Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Live, where I just get on live at 8 p.m., 7 Central on YouTube. And we talk about anything and everything under the sun. And I think that, you know, bringing on guests and you know what, this is the thing too. I miss programming that had a purpose. I'm gonna say that 2 more times. I miss programming that had a purpose. I miss programming that had a purpose. Because think about it. Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Live could be to Nubian television what 106 in Park was to BET. And what I mean by that is not so much with the live audience aspect of it, but I mean that as, thank you, Nikki News. I appreciate that. Because no, really, I mean, when 106 in Park was on, you knew the purpose of that show. When, Rap City came on, you knew the purpose of that show. When you knew Family Members came on, Family Matters came on, you knew what that show was. When you knew what Different World, when you knew that Different World was on, you knew what it was. When you knew what Living Single was, it was on. And even, I know people don't like to talk about the Cosby Show, but even when the Cosby Show was on, you knew what the Cosby Show was. And now it just seems like programming is just, okay, all right, we need to fill up time slots because we want to make money. Or in the words of Tay, we want money. And let's just throw anything up there. But imagine, if you will, if, let's just say, if Melody Rogers was going to do a live concert on Nubian TV about getting through your breakthrough with domestic violence. It would be cool if she came on Brandy's Lee's Virtual Tour Live and talked about it on Nubian TV. That would be a anchor show to promote all their content. So when people say that, I talk too much, or I do this or I do that, child, I'm gifted from God. I'm sorry that God didn't love you enough. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? So I think that's probably what I will do. More than likely, it's just, say, hey, listen, here's some virtual tour lives. I think this could be an anchor for y'all. I can do it weeknights at 8, 7 Central, of course. Now, of course, I would have to get paid because I'm not doing nothing for free. Okay. I am not going to do nothing for free at all. But yeah, I think, I mean, you guys have seen Virtual Tour Live. I mean, y'all can tell me what y'all think of Virtual Tour Live. Do you guys like Virtual Tour Live? Do you like the show? Do you like the intro? Do you like the simplicity of the show? And, listen, I think Virtual Tour really could be a TV show. I really do. So yeah. Oh, absolutely. Melody definitely does know that her millimeters will be activated. And bringing it, and not to mention too, there's so many times where in media, there'll be a person that'll say, "Oh, I have a TV show." That's great. I am a producer on that show, or I'm the creator of that show. But for Melody to own a network, like she owns that, hell to the low, ownership. Ownership is not just financial, but ownership in creativity. Just saying. So, listen, I would love, Braylon's Virtual Tour Live weeknights at 8, 7 Central live on Nubian TV. That would be crazy. That would absolutely be crazy. Like, really? But it's important to get in on the ground floor. If you showcase goodness, love, and kindness in the beginning, you'll get the world. But you have to give them something to root for too. And I think that's something that people don't do enough of. People feel like, okay, because I exist, because I showed up, because you had circumstances where you need somebody, I deserve the opportunity. No, you gotta show yourself approved. you have to show yourself approved. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't get in this society where, we feel like, okay, at the end of the day, we just, okay, cool, we'll just give anybody an opportunity. No, that's not how that works. It's not how that works at all. And I don't think it's fair, because you're negating the work that people have done before you. One of my biggest inspirations is Dorothy Dandridge, Carmen Jones, which, I think Jill Scott would be a good Carmen Jones with that red lipstick and that red skirt. Instead of the military, maybe it could be the media industry. Maybe it can be being a teacher at university. And, I am a up and coming professor, and she is a visiting professor from another college, and we're rival schools. And out of that rivalry comes unity. And Jill Scott can be Carmen Jones, and I can be her love interest. You have not because you ask not, people. You have not because you ask not. But anyway, I know some people just dropped off because it's like, oh Lord, here he go again. Well, it is what it is. Y'all came over here. But no, I really do believe that, we need people to bring originality. We need people to bring humanity. We need people to give a care about having soul, to bringing energy to people. I believe in the power of spontaneity. Regis Philbin, for example, and most of y'all may not know this, but he did not say good morning to Kelly Ripa until they got on the air. So it was literally a knock on the door, literally maybe a 30-second walk. I think it was like 29 steps or something like that from her dressing room to the stage, or, to the set. And when he said, well, good morning, everybody. Regis Philbin here with Kelly Ripa. Good morning, everybody. It is 9 a.m. live on ABC. Good morning, Kelly Ripa. How are you? How is Mark? How's the kids? Audience, good to see you as well. That was the first time he said good morning to everybody, because he understood that if he talked to Kelly Ripa, what would there be to talk about? What would there be to talk about? And I think that some people really are careless with the power of spontaneity. I really believe that. Like, if I was hosting American Idol, sure, will I go to rehearsal? Absolutely, because I need to know, when I say, okay, dim the lights and here we go, I need to know how I'm going to introduce, each contestant of, last week you sung Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. But will there be sunshine for you tonight? There is a rhythm. There's a mechanism. There is a mechanic to hosting. There's a mechanic to bringing in your audience. There's a mechanic to being responsible for the energy that people give you. And I feel like in today's society, with broadcast, with content, with what have you, people just don't seem to give a care anymore. They just don't seem to give a care. So that is my genuine take. But shout out to Melody Cherie for having her own network. That is amazing news there for Dog on Shore. So let me see what's going on in the world of TMZ.com right now. Let's see what's going on there. See what's going on. By the way, tomorrow at 5 o'clock, me and T-Talk will be doing The Love Experiment. It's a show on MTV. It's 3 women, and they are with a female dating expert, and they are going to go down this hallway and see men and things like that and try to find love. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow at 5 p.m. That should be a fun time for sure. And of course, y'all know I've been doing the Ready to Love panel with a Queen T with Gigi Nan and Talk with Solana and Q. Love those good people over there. And Ready to Love is a good show on. So I honestly tell you the truth, I'm hoping I get this Warner Brothers thing because it would be a big deal. But if I got in at Warner Brothers, one thing I would do, and this is just me, I think Ready to Love is the biggest dating show that OWN has. So I would do the Ready to Love countdown pre-show live from 7 to 8 p.m. Have the show on from 8 to 9, and then from 9 to 10 will be the Ready to Love after show. That's what I would do. But that's just me. So Lord Jesus. So I'm on TMZ right now, and I'm just looking here at some stories here. And y'all feel free to come on up and talk with me. Y'all got anything that y'all want to say? I don't know if I told y'all this, but apparently Tan Mom, Patricia Kirkendall, she says, I'll make changes as Florida's next senator, and I'm GOP butt. So Tan Mom, running for a U.S. Senate seat in no small part due to Ron DeSantis policies. Let's see. I have an early morning. Y'all have an early morning. This has been fun. Good night. Much love, Nikki News. And thank you for being there in my corner. I see you. I love you. I value you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful morning. We'll talk soon, Queen. Much love to you. Tam Mom run for a U.S. Senate seat is due in no small part to Ron DeSantis policies. She tells us that some of Florida's most controversial issues prompted her decision to run, and to do it as a Republican. The bronze mom of 5, whose real name is Patricia Kirkendall, joined us Wednesday on TMZ Live, saying things like books being banned in Florida and Ron DeSantis' restriction on Medicaid were enough for her to step up to the plate. We already talked about her choice to run as a Republican, although she's openly opposed to party line on several issues, particularly in Florida. Patricia says that she's always been a Republican, but doesn't think her views about certain topics require her to change parties. She hopes that she can break out her Tan Mom brand, and she wants fellow conservatives to try to see things the way that she does. Can we have standards and requirements for government? Like, you know how like when you go to Indeed.com, or we go to Snagajob.com, or you go to Monster.com, or you go to Glassdoor.com, or any job board, you know how like they got, you have to have this amount of years and to do this and to do that. Can we have that for government? Really? Because like I can't deal with it, right? Like, just because you are able to make decisions on a reality show does not mean you can make decisions for the world and the country. I mean, am I off here, y'all? Or is it just me? Because I really am getting tired of people not respecting people. You know what I mean? I'm just getting tired of it. I really, really am. It's ridiculous. Because like, like Dr. Phil, for example, not Dr. Phil Child, but Dr. Oz, right? Y'all know Dr. Oz, Oprah's Dr. Oz. He ran for Philadelphia Senate, and guess what? Nobody wants to work with him anymore. Like, I think his salary before he left the Dr. Oz show, y'all, this was staggering to me. $20 million a year to host a daytime talk show. I would have not left that show. I mean, at that point, Dr. Oz, and yes, I know Dr. Oz has been in the news for controversial products that are duds, and he had to go up to the Senate. But like, just I mean, I know everybody wants to have power, but that doesn't mean you should do it. I mean, listen, I feel like I am taking my First Amendment to the throat with being a social commentator and being in media. That's how I go about my politics. I go through my politics by using my voice. But just because I speak articulately doesn't mean that I need to run either. But, oh, Lord, just... Okay. So... Anyway, so y'all know Nene Leakes has been in the news, right? So I'm on TMZ right now, And so it says Nene Leakes sued over swag boutique store. Y'all owe us rent. This is an exclusive from TMZ. Okay. Nene Leakes is being taken to court over her shop Swag with 2G's boutique. Her former landlord said that she owes a bunch of dough and unpaid rent. According to the documents obtained by TMZ, Nene is being sued by her landlord at Sugarloaf Mills, the shopping center where her clothing boutique once stood. The landlord says that Leakes first signed a lease agreement back in 2017 and then extended it for another year in 2021. I'm confused by that, because if you signed the lease agreement in 2017, then that means that she renewed it every year, right? Unless you have like a 2-year lease agreement. And so I'm guessing they're like, okay, she signed a lease agreement for 2017, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So that must have been a 5-year lease agreement. And then after that, right? Then after that, she renewed it for a year after that. However, her landlord claims that she vacated in January of 2022 when her term ended, but never paid off the balance of $22,900 owed under the lease. The landlord allegedly sent Nene a letter last month telling her to pay up to avoid any legal woes, but says she never ponied up the money. Let's see. So Nene is being dragged to court, and now the landlord wants damages to cover the back rent plus the attorney fees. Where the Roa Star Swag boutique store shut down in 2020 due to the vid pandemic, and reportedly it wasn't long after finally reopened that she began going out business sales at her multiple locations. We reached out to Nene's rep for comment. So far, no word back. Well, at the end of the day, the pandemic messed everybody up in some capacity. I remember that, Carlos, King was talking about a boutique that she had, right? But I didn't know what the name of it was or anything like that. I mean, $22,000, $22,900. Excuse me. Is a lot of money. So I hope that, she's able to do that, man. And I know that people are saying that she can't go back to Bravo. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I think that, and like I said, I could be completely wrong, but you know how Bravo has their online shop. I think if Nene said, okay, y'all listen, I can't come back to Bravo, but I have done boutiques. If you guys will help me out with paying this bill, I will open up swag boutiques with Bravo merchandise and with a Bravo section in every boutique. I think that would be a good deal, right? I mean, she doesn't have to be on Bravo, but she sells Bravo merch, and I think fans would flood it because BravoCon is a lit event, and maybe there's some stuff that you want to get at BravoCon, but that you did get the chance to get at BravoCon. So yeah, I hope that works out with Nene, because I mean, it's been how long now, and so yeah, Todd Chrisley, y'all, by the way, speaking of reality TV, Todd Chrisley is thrilled and happy that the family's carrying on doing the new show while he and his wife is doing Time. So Todd Chrisley isn't urged by his family starring a new reality series while he's locked up in prison, and in fact he thinks it's a fabulous idea. Tay Sargent, Todd's attorney, tells TMZ the reality star is thrilled and happy members of his family are launching the new show, and hopes it will depict the devastation his family has been facing ever since he and Julie were sent to prison at the beginning of this year. Translation: it's all good as long as no one is wait, I'm trying to make sure I'm reading this right. It's all good as long as no one is frowning less joy, more pain. Because it says here, as long as no one's smiling. I think that was a mistype or a mistype, right? So we're told Todd will not be a part of the show, or Julie will not be a part of the show, but their kids Chase, Savannah, Grayson, and adoptive daughter Chloe, as well as Todd mom Nanny Faye, are reportedly starring in the new series, picking up after Todd and Julie started doing time. TMZ broke the story that Todd claims that he's been severely mistreated while locked up at PFC Pensacola, allegedly dealing with things like photos being taken of him while sleeping, his mail not being delivered to him, and no AC in Florida's summer conditions. What's more, Todd is now telling Jay that he has no way of contacting him inside the prison. Jay allegedly blocked Todd's mail, phone, and email list, but the attorney has no clue why. He says he can't get answers from prison administration. For what it's worth, we're told Jay is able to set up appointments to speak to Todd through help of Todd's prison counselor. Jay says Todd being unable to contact his counsel is a direct violation of constitutional rights. He take up his concerns to the bureaus of prisons to find a solution. We've reached out to the Bureau of Prisons for comment, but so far no word back. I am glad that Todd Chrisley's family is continuing their reality show, because let me tell you, Chrisley Knows Best is a funny reality show. Oh my God, are you for real right now? Chase, get your up the stairs. Get out of my face. Like, Todd. I remember one time on the Steve Harvey show when he was on in Chicago, right? And him and Steve was doing, relationship advice. And, this woman was saying that, he does love her, but, he hasn't defined the relationship. And Steve Harvey said that he's getting the milk, the butter, all the products, but he doesn't have to purchase the cow. And Todd Chrisley said that I don't believe in getting shot up before you get married. And Todd Chrisley said, quote, "I don't raise whores or crackheads." And Steve Harvey was like, "She's right there, Todd." And Todd Chrisley said, "I'm not saying that you a hoe. I'm saying you exhibiting hoe behavior." I'm like, Todd, did you just say that on daytime TV? I know you did not just say that on daytime TV. And Steve was like, "Shut your ass up." I mean, Todd Chrisley is gifted at just saying the quiet part out loud. He really is. Like, honestly, if none of this happened, I would say that Todd Chrisley put together with Steve Harvey, they could do kind of a Regis and Kathy Lee type of talk show, and they would be funny because Steve Harvey's a comedian and Todd is just naturally funny. So that would have been great TV. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, now they do not say where the show is going to air. They do not say where the show is going to air at all. I mean, I know USA Network was trying to figure out if Chrisley Knows Best would still be on the network. Let me see something real quick, because it's been a while since I've been to USA Network's website. I know USA Network now. I think USA Network still has Monday Night Raw. I know that because my uncle, God rest his soul, he's no longer here. But when we went to my uncle and aunt's house, literally, it's like a little short staircase, and literally he would be in the living room watching Monday Night Raw, and my aunt would be watching sci-fi. She always watches sci-fi. So from what I am seeing here, Temptation Island is a very big show. For those of you who don't know what Temptation Island is, Temptation Island is a show where four couples who are in crisis go to a island in Maui, in Hawaii, and they break off, and there are singles for the men and there are singles for the women. And they have to figure out if they want to stay together, if they want to leave with someone new, or if they leave by themselves. It is dangerous television, but it was on Fox and it got picked up by, USA Network. It's a major hit. Chrisley Knows Best is still on the website. Angel Has Fallen. I think Angel Has Fallen is a movie, if I'm not mistaken. But the USA Originals, Temptation Island, The Big D, which is about divorce. There's a game show called Barmageddon, The Race to Survive Alaska, Race for the Championship. Sorry, y'all. Of course, Chrisley Knows Best. Snake in the Grass, Growing Up Chrisley, that's a spinoff show. Austin Dilton, Life of the Fast Lane, Mud, Sweat and Beards, Ms. and Mrs. She's the Boss, which I don't know what She's the Boss is, but it's a black show. The Rev and Straight Up with Steve Austin. USA Network is interesting. Like I know that their slogan is, USA Network characters welcome. I think that was their last slogan, but I don't know what USA Network is now. I feel like let me go to Wikipedia. So it was originally launched in 1997 as Madison Square Garden Sports Network. It's available as September 2018. It's about available to 90,400,000 households. So I'm trying to look up. So Characters Welcome was in 2005, 2016. So they expanded their sports coverage. So they're trying to so USA Network cut back on scripted programming in favor of reality shows, television events, including scripted miniseries. I don't know. I feel like USA should rebrand themselves. I don't know why. I feel like they should call themselves Lit for some odd reason. Leaning into turning up. Leaning into turning up what can be. Welcome to the Lit Network, where we lean into turning up what can be. Oh my God. USA Network, you're welcome. NBC Universal, you're welcome. Okay, you're just welcome. There you go. There's some free money. There's some damn free money. I hope you guys are enjoying this live here. I am definitely enjoying being here with all of you for sure. Let me see. Yeah, okay, I guess. Sorry, y'all. I'm just looking at a notification here. I'm just saying, like, really though. But yeah, I mean, would I go on Temptation Island? No, I don't think you go on Temptation Island. And this is the thing too, right? At the end of the day, if you want your relationship, you have to do things within your relationship, right? So it's just like baking a cake. If you want a cake, you have to put all the right ingredients into that cake. So why would I take me and my wife, who are in crisis, and throw her into a situation with other more handsome men than me? I mean, I'm about 7 on the look scale, but I'm a 10 in personality. You know, so it's 10 in other categories. But why would I take my relationship and go to destroy it? Why would I do that to myself? I don't get it. I mean, I think any couple that goes on Temptation Island, God bless you on your journey. because I don't know how you have the mental capacity, capability, and comprehension to take your broken relationship and say, okay, so you know what? I think we should go to Temptation Island because guess what? You're tired of me. I'm tired of you, or we're tired of the space we're in. And so I'm going to go flirt with other women and you're going to go flirt with other men. I think we're going to be okay. Yes, I've seen clips of it. I haven't watched a full episode because I just can't do it. I just can't do it. And listen, shout out to those producers because they knew exactly what they were doing with that show. But I don't know. I mean, that's just a little too much. You know what I mean? I think some things should just be left to the eye of the beholder. But yeah, I don't get it. I really, really don't get it. By the way, I think unscripted TV is going to be huge this fall for Doggone Shore. I think that, at the end of the day, we're all looking for new content to watch. And this is going to be a very interesting challenge. A very, very, very interesting challenge. Because at the end of the day, what do we watch now that Hollywood's on strike, right? What is new? What is new? What is new? What is new out here? So y'all give me a moment. I'm still here with y'all. Give me one moment as I get myself together. And y'all can come on up too. Feel free to come on up and join your man, your friend, and family member here. Let's see here. Okay, she just posted some black stuff. Okay. Let's see. Jasmine brand. Okay. Let's see here. Not Dwayne Wade, Lord Jesus help. Not Dwayne Wade being approached by Democrats. I cannot, y'all. I just can't do it. I can't do it. There we go. But yeah, I've seen Naked and Afraid, and I don't know, child. Would y'all ever do reality TV? Like, people have said to me I should do reality, but like I don't even know what show I would do. By the way, like, comment, share, subscribe, everybody. Thank y'all for being here. I don't know what show I would do. I thought about Big Brother, but I'm like, no, because if I stay too close to the wall, they're gonna vote me out. But if I get too involved in the game, they're gonna vote me out. So I'm like, I don't even know how I would make it through 3 months. Yeah, people started letting their guard down for Doggone Shore. I don't even know how I would make it through a house for 3 months to win $750,000. First of all, winning $750,000 would be life changing. Do you understand me? if I won that. But I don't know. I don't know. I would never go on The Bachelor, because for one, every time The Bachelor comes on with a female, it's not enough for me. You know what I mean? It's not a thick woman, and I believe that thick women deserve to be on TV. So when they find a thick woman that I believe is a good woman, I will go on the show if I have myself together. But they're not going to do that. So I would go on a dating reality show, but I feel like for a dating reality show, you have to really be ready. Watching Ready to Love, I really do like that show because I am 29, so I'm basically up there to be on the show, but you have to really be ready when you put yourself out there on reality TV, because once you put yourself out there, then everybody is going to be looking for you. They're going to be looking for you and who you are, what you have to say, what you believe in, all that stuff, and tracing back. And you really do have to know who you are. So I don't know. I will say some good news did happen this week. So there's a young lady that I did a comment on her YouTube video, and I emailed her a great opportunity, and she emailed me back. And I immediately got giddy because I really do believe that this person, that this person could really be not just a game maker in my life, that they won't just evolve my soul, but I really do believe that this is the one of one. And so I literally go to my TikTok, right? And if you're on TikTok, like any social app, you get notifications and stuff. So tell me why I see her follow me on TikTok. I'm like, oh Lord, okay, you put yourself out there, bro. You can't be that surprised. But that was some good news, though. That was some very, very good news. You know what I mean? So, but no, I am so glad to have all of you here. Like I said, the StreamYard is pinned if you want to come up and hang out with me for at least a little bit here, because I definitely want to hang out with y'all. I want to hear from y'all. It's been a minute since I've heard from y'all. How have you been? Anything new? Did you do anything exciting? Like, how was your day? So I've been watching this show, by the way, on Hulu, called Welcome to Chippendales. And y'all, it is such a fascinating show. I think it's only six episodes, but it is such a good damn show. It's such a good show. Amazing cast, and it's got so much. So basically it's this Indian brother named Stephen Balbati, and he works at this gas station, and he does not want to work at the gas station anymore. He wants to be his own boss, be his own entrepreneur, and move and hustle and everything else, right? And so it's a Batman club, but then he recognizes that, okay, I can actually do more with my life. Oh, it's 8 episodes. Okay, it's 8 episodes. But he can do more with his life. And so he opens up. Oh yeah, Usher, he Usher's a legend. He really is a legend. And so he opens up this nightclub called Chippendales, and he opens up this nightclub, and it's these gentlemen dancing and singing and all that type of stuff, and he gets so caught up in trying to be the best that he eventually drives himself mad into his own paranoia. It's him taking out his partner in crime, that he needed a choreographer. He got in business with them. There was a dude that got jealous of his wife seeing the Chippendales dancer, and he got into a physical altercation and made himself pass away, made his wife pass away. She was a Playboy bunny mate, or she was a playmate at Playboy. And there's so much intrigue into this because you're dealing with the humanity of trying to live the American dream, but yet, people are trying to gun for you, and, corners are being cut, and it's about sex and drugs and emotionality and humanity. It's so many layers, but it's called Welcome to Chippendales. It's on Hulu. It's a really good show. It's 8 episodes. I wish they would have done it to 10. I wish they would have done it to 10. And maybe that's just me liking a solid round number. You know what I mean? But it's a period piece. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so it's man. So, and shout out to Hulu too. They really got some good content as well. They really, really do. I know we're not supposed to be promoting studios and stuff, but at the end of the day, we we're trying to find good content to watch. We're trying to find good content to watch, y'all. We really are. But yes, indeed. If you guys want to come up, feel free to come on up. Would love to hear from you. Would love to hear from you. So, but yes, indeed. Thank y'all for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all of you being here, and for y'all seeing something in me. It really does mean the world to me that you all truly do see something in me, and it's not lost on me that that y'all taking time out to give me a shot. I really do appreciate that. So as more videos are uploaded, as this channel begins to evolve in so many ways, I hope that you all see that it's more to me than you know, and it also is about understand that there's so much emotionality to us, and most of all, I hope that this is a place for you to fall, because we all need that place to fall. So I hope I am being that for you. I hope I can be that, and I hope I will continue to be that. You know what I mean? So yes, indeed. So I'm gonna be here with y'all until at least 9:50, and then I'll probably get off of here at 9:50 so I can get to the Onyx collab. So, but yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh man. I'm watching the end of Welcome to Chippendales, and it's close toward the end of the series, but there is a character that is no longer alive, and so how in Power they'll bring back different people through ghosts and things like that. It's basically that process, but it's a internal conversation with himself and this person who's no longer here, and it's a fascinating conversation. So but yes, indeed, I do appreciate y'all being here. It does really mean the world to me. Hey, welcome in. We're just chilling. We're talking about anything and everything. Feel free to come on up and Y'all, y'all tell me why I am on YouTube and I see two funny mamas, Sherry Shepherd and Kim Whitley, do red paper plate talks. Montgomery Bus Royal. They ain't right for that. They ain't right for that. They're saying red paper plate talk. Now I know that red table talk is not around no more, but y'all ain't right for that. Y'all ain't right for that. At this point, y'all should just say this is Red Cup Talks, sponsored by Solo Cup. That don't make no damn sense. You ain't right for that, Kim Whitley and Sherry Shepherd. Y'all are not right for that. But that is hilarious, though. I'm not even going to front. That is hilarious. For sure, for sure. So, oh man, that is just hilarious. Mm. I'm gonna have to rewatch this scene because I got the sound off. And that's one thing that I wish we could do on YouTube. And by the way, shout out to Hero app. Shout out to Scener app. Shout out to Disney Plus with the watch party feature that you can watch content together. I do wish that YouTube could talk to Hulu and Netflix and Amazon Prime Video and Max, where you know we can, like right now I could unmute my television and pump into the stream of, you know, Welcome to Chippendales, that y'all can listen to it. I would love to do that, but I can't because it's copyrighted. But I think that would make it really, really cool. You know what I mean? So mm. Mm. Hey, welcome in, y'all. We're just chilling out, watching the end of Welcome to Chippendales, a show that is on that's on Hulu. I have to rewatch the ending because it's on mute right now because I cannot unleash the audio because it's copyright material. And I don't need any copy strikes at all on any of my content. So, but yes, indeed. I'm still waiting for the new season of P-Valley 2. That's a show I want. Oh my God. Whenever the show comes back, I am going to review P-Valley because that is a good damn show and I absolutely love it. You know, I talked with a friend of mine and, you know, they said that they would not want to spend time with Autumn Night at all. And I'm just like, Autumn Night was fine to me. Autumn Night could have me. And so they were glad that Autumn Night was not in the show anymore. And so, you know, I said, just because Autumn Night's not in the show anymore doesn't mean a thing, because at the end of the day, you know, because at the end of the day, the way I see it is, even though she left off of Uncle Clifford's money, and even though she left off with a whole baby inside her, we still don't know what happened to that brother that's in the back of that trunk. And so Naomi Watts and Tyler Leprey. We don't know what happened to Tyler Leprey's character. So all I know is he better be alive next season. Because if not, then Autumn Night is still a part of P Valley. It's still a part of P Valley. I feel like that's a storyline that they're going to have to explore. They're going to have to explore that storyline of, okay, Autumn Night is still responsible for the destruction that she caused, right? So that's why I genuinely feel, and of course, y'all know Nikki Gilbert, and the Soulkins Cabaret, lawsuit, right? I feel like this: if it's your idea, it's your idea, right? However, you should not hold up somebody else's greatness because you did fulfill it, right? I mean, pitches get pitched all the time, and yes, there's inspiration. My thing is this: if you are that good at it, then just ask to join the damn cast. Because hell, there are people waiting for P Valley. This is bigger than a strike. And I love P Valley for the fact that they were not afraid to go there with the culture down south, down in the valleys where the girls get naked. Da 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 da. If you want to shake it, 1, 2, break them. 3, 4, break them. Big boys in the part of the show. Don't let take your. You know what I mean? It has a vibe. I love the exploration of storytelling that they did with Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford and their relationship, and Autumn Night, losing her daughter, and Mississippi in an interracial relationship, and with Derek, who, child, if Derek is alive next season, we're gonna have problems. We're gonna have legitimate problems that I do not know if we're going to solve, because that dude is a menace. He is a menace to society and should be stopped at all costs. But yeah, that show is amazing. That put stars on a whole new map. So I just hope that all the scripted shows come back. Everybody can get paid equally, fairly, accordingly. And I hope that at the end of the day too, that although everybody will be paid fairly, accordingly, and equally, that unscripted will also get the respect that it deserves, because this fall is going to be quite interesting. It's going to be quite interesting with television because they're pushing. I mean, at this point they're going to need to contact us content creators. Hey Nedra, welcome in, Queen. Glad to have you here. Good to see you. At this point, they're going to need to contact content creators to be able to create shows, for their networks and stuff. I feel like, at this point, every streaming platform, every network should have a show submission form where you can literally submit your show that you've created. Submit, a couple of episodes, tell the description, tell, how you're able to produce it, the cost, and how many episodes you feel like you can do. I feel like networks should be doing that right now, because at this point, they're going to have to open up the door to us at this point. You know what I mean? So it's, it is what it is. But yes, fall is going to be quite interesting, for damn sure. So, but yeah, yes indeed. So, but I'm believing in good things. So, like I said, the podcast will be uploaded, I think, tomorrow around 8 o'clock, I think. And then I'm gonna try to take and I also gotta get my glasses together because I broke my glasses, y'all. I can still see everything fine, but gotta get those glasses together. Then I'm gonna try to take my permit test to get my license and stuff. Because at this point, I'm gonna have to do it. And it's bigger than my media career. It's me having more mobility because I want to travel. I do. I want to travel. I want to see the world. I want to be able to meet some of you in person and spend time with y'all. And mobility is not just financial mobility. It is mobility of freedom. I definitely want to take a cruise. I've been saying I've been wanting to go on Virgin Voyages for the longest time, where all the food is included. You know what I mean? Wi-Fi is included. Your basic drinks are included. I want to be able to enjoy myself with what I do. You know what I mean? So, yep, that's definitely what I want to do. So yeah, I will be back to making videos tomorrow, and I definitely, like I said, the podcast I'm so excited about. I got episode 1 ready to go for y'all tomorrow, so gonna be extremely, extremely excited. I can't wait for y'all to hear the first episode. I want y'all comments in the comment section, and give it to me real, give it to me straight, give it to me from your point of view, because what y'all will hear these episodes will be something quite unique and special. And I think it's about time we had a podcast like this. And this is my first podcast I've ever created. Of course, I did my own radio show. I've been on TV. I've done a lot of media. So, YouTube for me is it's a new form of media for me in terms of creating content on it. But it's not new in terms of me, creating content. I think it's just trying to find the format that works. But this is the very first podcast that I have ever done. So, we'll see how far this podcast will go. I definitely want to take it some places, and we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? And it's funny because somebody I was talking to on Clubhouse about it, they're like, why does it have to be the last episode? I'm like, well, I think it should be the last episode because one thing that we do not do enough in artistry or in life for that matter is we don't allow things to breathe. We do not allow things to breathe after a period of time. We feel like, okay, this was great. We gotta allow ourselves to create the next thing, and not letting ourselves breathe in the success of what we do. We don't breathe in the emotionality of what we gave, and we need to do that more. We need to breathe in what we do. We don't need to just be rushing to the next thing. So. Yes, indeed. Let me get greatday.com up here so we can do the daily motivational thought. Let's see. People seem not to see that their opinion of the world is also a confession of their character. Oh, wow. People seem not to see that their opinion of the world is also a confession of character. People seem not to see that their opinion of the world is also a confession of character. Wow. That is good. That is very, 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 very good. I agree with that. I think, as they say, as a man thinketh, so is he. You know what I mean? And I truly do believe that. But I also believe that even though as a man thinketh, so is he, I also think within that concept, that doesn't mean we're not going to have moments of disagreement. That doesn't mean we're not going to have moments of frustration. That's not going to mean we're not going to have moments of confusion. But is the consistency in your tenacity that leads you to your destiny. So that's why I would definitely say with that. So with that being said, it's time for the daily motivational thought. Wednesday, August 16th, 2023, full of goodness right now. No matter the situation, you can always come up with a reason to be unhappy or worried, anxious, fearful. And because those negative emotions are always available, always possible, you never have to hold on to them. You become uptight because you anticipate certain difficulties or discomforts that are likely to arise in the near future, and yet the reality of right now is just fine, and you have the opportunity to experience a peaceful and productive moment. Imagine letting go of all anxieties about the future and resentments of the past. Consider how liberating that is. Your time is now. Given to this time and to yourself the benefit of your full awareness, uncorrupted by worries, fears, or angers. You are wise to be concerned about potential troubles that loom just over the horizon, and yet in this moment that is now yours, you have the opportunity to strengthen and fortify yourself. Allow the goodness of right now unperturbed by what has been, what might be. Now feel your strength, your purpose, your resilience, your ability, and to carry it all forward to successfully meet whatever may come. Ralph Morrison. Woo, child. You know what I got from that, to be honest with y'all, what I got from that, full of goodness now, I think that what I got from that was goodness is always in us. We just have to bring it out of us. And we have to bring it out of us in the way we talk, in the way we move, in the way we think. You know, I said today, you know, that as a peacemaker, just because you try to make peace doesn't mean peace is going to be made. But with the peace that can be made, all you can do is take that peace and move forward with the possibilities of what you can do, right? And I think about everything that I've done in my life, the good, the bad, the indifferent, which you guys will hear on the Rampage Tendencies podcast. I'm so excited for y'all to hear this podcast. That at the end of the day, I'm still here after everything that I've been through. And we forget a lot of times that even though we have more behind us than in front of us, we need to look back and congratulate ourselves that we made it through. We need to be able to do that, because if we don't acknowledge where we've been, we will never be able to appreciate where we're going. And I truly do mean that. And like I said, I think that goodness is all around us. I think sometimes we are just selective to not seeing that goodness, because it's hard to want to see goodness when the world has badness around us. But also too, you know, think about Dr. Facilier and the iconic scene where Princess Tiana said, "It's not slime, it's mucus." And, you know, when the friends said, "Are you ready?" How no matter what Dr. Facilier said, friends on the other side recognized the principle that right is right, wrong is wrong. And that when Dr. Facilier was trying to get those shadows out into the world to take down Tiana, that light got those shadows out. And even though Dr. Facilier tried to crush and did crush Ray, he crushed Ray in the physical, did not mean that he crushed Ray in the spiritual, because he got with his Miss Evangeline at the end. And Dr. Facilier is on the other side now of his own making. The way he would sit down people at his table is the way that he got pulled away from his table. And with that being said, make sure that if you're going to sit down at somebody's table, that you're bringing something good to their table, because we all have friends on the other side, but we also got to be responsible for how we get to that point with the friends on the other side. And not all resources are good. Not all spaces are good. But most of all, not all thoughts are good. So make the good of what you can now. With that being said, it is time for the best outro on YouTube. I hope you guys have enjoyed this edition of Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. So with that, here we go. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you are always born a blessing. And trust you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why it's one thing, call yourself, it's another thing, be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, we will rise up to be great together. Always remember what you're doing. Radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or just knowing that we all got tendencies to go on a rampage, and we all have the power to do better. Make sure the replay is not just word for you to watch it, not just word for you to listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. I love you. I value. I embrace you. I'll see you real soon. Good night, everybody.
I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running or I'm chasing you, but I won't, 'cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. But you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had no ways. I found your magic and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. And you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. In the beginning I just didn't know that you're an enemy I held too close. Now I know, 'cause you did everything to prove me wrong. You were not the guy I thought. Now I'm beating you at your own. Yeah. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive. But you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play.